Welcome to this tutorial on understanding GIS data types. Today we are going to break down the two fundamental types of data used in GIS, vector and raster. So whether you are working with maps, satellite images or geographic analysis, understanding these data types is crucial for your success in GIS. So first we open the QGIS. I'm not making the PPT PowerPoint presentations. We just do a practical things. Okay. So by the end of this video, you will not only understand the difference between vector and raster data, but you will also know how to import both types into your GIS software. Okay, so QGIS is open. So ignore this error. Okay. So okay, fine. Let's start with the vector data. Vector data represents geographic feature using point, lines, and polygons. A single dot is called point when it's a very simple thing. A single dot is in a very simple words, simple dot is called point, and two or more than two dots which make a line is called lines. Okay, the distance between two or more than 2 points is called, or two dots is called points, and multiple points which make a circle, rectangle, triangle, or any kind of shape is called a polygons. Okay, so points represent a discrete location like a city or a landmark where you just put the dot on it. Lines, so lines represent a linear feature like roads, rivers or pipelines, and polygons represent area features like lakes, parks or country boundaries. So we are not going into more details. It's more than enough because these are the very simple things. So first we add a vector layer. So I have already downloaded the layers. So we go to the download folder, and where is the vector layer? State provinces, admin states, settlements. So these are our global settlement points. Now look at it. Here, zoom. Sorry. Look at these dots or points. It's not a point. It's showing the settlements or referring an area. So click on layer, show label features. So look at this. These are the names of the settlements or villages. So vectors are excellent for representing precise location and boundaries. For example, a point could be a city on a map. As earlier I said, it's a settlement, maybe a village, maybe a city. It could be anything. And a line represent a road network, and a polygon could represent a lake or park. So these are the vector layer. We also we also drum settlements. Sure. Zoom to layer. Okay, for the time being, we close the layer. Now, label features. This layer is also a vector layer. Okay, features. Sorry, which one is states province? I think this one is show labels. Okay, look at this. This is the United States area. So Washington, Montana, Colorado, Utah, California. Look at these points. From this point, this is the point 1, this is the point 2, and this is the third point, this is the fourth point, fifth, and so on. All these points makes a line, and line are attached at the starting point. It's a polygon. So this is also a vector layer. Vector layer consists of points, lines, polygons. That's it. Okay. So now we are moving towards the raster data. Now let's talk about raster data. Unlike vector data, which is made up of shapes, raster data is made up of a grid of cells or pixels. Each pixel contains a value that represents information about that location. The most common example of raster data is satellite imagery. Another common raster format is the digital elevation model (DEM), which represent terrain elevation. In a simple words, raster data is based on pixels, grid of cells or pixels, which is consist of rows and columns. In a very simple words, it's a type of image. Okay, so we just add the raster layer. Sorry, vector. Yes, raster layer. This is the TIFF file. Yes, this one. Look at this. This is the image. I mean a satellite image. It is captured by the satellite. Okay. So there are three bands: red, green, blue, and there are more also NIR and so on. Okay, so okay, we move this layer above the, go to the properties, and should be a transparent fill, and fill style, maybe a red. Okay, stroke width should be a 1 for better understanding. Look at this. This is the area of a United States, where Mexico, Texas, Florida. So in the background, as you can see, water and greenery area, and there is settlements also. We just zoom it. This is a hilly area. Okay, now this, the background image is called a raster data, and the red line shows a vector data. I hope you guys are understand. If there is any confusion, do a comment and ask a questions. So all this area are the hilly areas and the watery area. It's just for our training. I think there is no settlements or okay now. Okay, just go in more depth. As you can see here, when we zoom into the satellite image, it's made up of a grid of pixels, each representing the color or reflectance of the Earth's surface at the location. Okay, this is the Meyer line. Meyer line. Click on this. Meters. Yeah, we calculate in a meter. Let's check. This is each pixel with new, approximately 1800 meter. So it's not very much clear for our data. In our upcoming videos, we use a Sentinel-2 data on level 2, and I will also make a video on how to download a Sentinel-2 data for better resolution. So how do they differ? Vector and raster data. Vector data is best for discrete, well-defined Where is zoom to layer? Look at this. Like roads or buildings where precision is needed, raster data, on the other hand, is great for representing the continuous data like satellite images, elevation, and temperature. And now you guys already know how to import the layers in a QGIS. The easiest way is the drag and drop method, and the second one is open data source manager. Click on this, make connection, make, give the path where you put the data. So downloads, there are a lot of files. This is the SHP files. Close. Where is the raster? There. Okay, now click on a raster dataset. Click on here. These are the shape files. Select the .shp file. This is called the shape file. This is the vector file as well. Okay, click on add. What it gives error. Unsupported global settle points. SHP is not supported for raster data. Okay, it's a raster data. Sorry, it's an image. Click on downloads. This is the image. .tiff. Number of threads. Let's see. Yeah, it's added. So it's a long method to add the raster and vector. And I hope you guys are like this video. Okay, so now in this video we have learned the difference between vector and raster data, explored some practical examples, and demonstrated how to import both type of data into QGIS. Now that you understand these foundational data types, you are ready to start analyzing geographic information and creating maps. So be sure to subscribe to the channel for more tutorials on QGIS and GIS related topics. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.